Can't hear you. You're muted. You're muted, brother. You're muted.
There we go. Let's try that again.
Yeah.
We would like to begin by acknowledging we are hosting the How to Be Your Own Coach live stream from the ancestral and traditional lands, unceded, occupied, and seized territory of the Gabrielino Tongva Nation, who have stewarded this land throughout generations. Tongva means people of the earth. We pay our respects to elders both of the past, present, and future. We acknowledge, appreciate, and honor the contributions brought across the generations to and within this land by the Gabrielino Tongva Nation, as well as by them at large within the self-development and wellness fields. We also ask, as we are in a virtual space, to acknowledge all Indigenous peoples around the world. We ask for the land to be returned by those who have stolen it, as well as for you to learn about the truths and the land you occupy, as well as to donate and support how you can. Thank you for this reading of the statement and the actions that you will lovingly take going forward. May we all act upon love more as we continue to learn and grow. And you will find here multiple different resources of how you can learn more about how to write your own acknowledgements, learn more about the Gabrielino Tongva people, as well as additional resources. And the top link is for you to donate. And we thank you for joining us today. In a day of gratitude, namaste.
Namaste. Unlimited humans. Thank you, Jamie, for this opening in this, well, important and oftentimes misunderstood day. Thank you. Where are you at, people? How's it feeling today? How's your day moving? How's your energy flowing? If you do consent to receive the Reiki that Jamie is infusing into this session, please just go ahead and say that. I choose to receive this Reiki for my highest good and for the good of all. Keep breathing.
I can hardly hear you, brother. Can you raise the volume?
You hardly hear me. I mean,
Yeah, I can barely hear
um,
you.
hmm, I mean,
So
the
everyone, we're having
volume.
some tech fun today.
Yeah, seems so.
You're
But I
coming
mean,
in
I can't
clear. It's just very quiet.
really hire the. I mean, for
There
sure,
you
but
are. That's how
it's
you're
in my
usually.
mouth. No, no. I usually. I mean,
Nope,
I don't know.
it's quiet again.
Isn't it your volume actually? I mean,
My volume's up.
of output. Huh. Tech fun, tech fun. The beauty of
Well,
life.
everyone, you can
Is it
receive the
going
Reiki
better?
while Artin and I figure out what to do. I'm going to remove us and bring us back. How about that? Let's see how that goes. Um, testing, testing. Artin, speak. We're testing.
Hello, hello.
Still, yeah, it's still quiet.
I mean, nothing really different from usual.
I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what we've
Do you
done.
hear
We've
me
done
this
absolutely
way?
nothing differently.
How do you
Yeah, I
hear
mean,
me
we
now?
can go without our headphones. Am I clear?
Yeah.
Audience, can you hear us? If you could comment and you are watching, I see that someone is watching on Twitch. If you could hear us, is it just me who cannot hear very well today? Because I also have the music very low, so it's not that.
Well, if you hear the music very low, it might be your volume. Because I hear the music right clear.
I have it on 15. Um,
Do
I
you hear me? Do
remove.
you hear me?
Not really. Like here, I'll remove myself, and you see if you can talk to them.
Okay. Absolutely. I love to. I love talking to them. I love talking to you people, New Yorkers, global citizens. We're here today, and well, I'll actually introduce the topic. You're 10 minutes in, and it is all about others. It is all about others and our relationship with others. It is all about, indeed, the key to build your own support system, your own closest circle of people, the ones that are able and deliberately willing to love you in the forms that you feel you need, and that in the times of in the hard times, they'll be there. They'll be there for you. They'll be there for support, literally, to even just hearing you, listening to you. Um, I hear from Jamie that volume is still low. I'm not. I'll try one thing. Hyper is just tapping into the lives on my
If you're
phone.
watching, you can let us know if you can hear Artin really well. Can you hear me? So that we can figure out. Because unfortunately, if I leave the studio entirely, I think the whole thing closes. We don't want that. And we had so much to talk about today.
Yeah, the question stays: who are you surrounding yourself with? Do you have the people? Do you have the people that you need, that you feel the need of? That's very important. That you mindfully select. And it's not about exclude, but it is about select the humans you want to live your life with, the ones that you truly desire being, say, affected by and influenced by and raised by, and the ones that you truly love the goals of. Am I making sense to you? Who of all of you already has a healthy support circle
in your life? Do you know who to go to when your relationship is turning out being a bit harsh? Do you know who to go to when your finances seem to not meet your monthly needs? I'm not saying who ask money to. I'm saying who to get in touch with so that you maybe figure out a plan. Someone that can actually invest in a plan. Uh-huh. Welcome back, Jamie. Anyways, very happy to have you. Yes, I double checked. It was my audio was working well, was coming through well. So good on that, and good to have you back. I was just asking. I was just diversifying the kind of support that we might from someone else, the kind of people that we want to surround ourselves with, like someone who's truly fit, who's got it together when it comes to health and fitness, right? And and when you feel a bit down in terms of like the energy you have, it's like, hey, Jack, let's call it Jack. I really need to loosen up a bit of this meat on my belly. I need to let go of it somehow, release it. And he gives you the right tips. And he goes like, yeah, it's normal if you gain some weight because it's winter and that's what mammals do. And so you gain some weight to burn it down in the hot season. I'm like, oh, okay. You see how that works? It's very easy. It's very simple. One of the keys of my simplicity, alignment. Alignment. Do I resonate with people? Do you know your values? Do you know what you stand for? Because it comes natural. You cannot spend your time with someone who shit on your values. Nicely said. Myself. Try to do it. Sorry. I got distracted by myself.
Try putting your headphones in now that I fixed the issue. I think it'll solve it.
Jamie, give us your.
Well, I feel pretty behind because I really didn't hear like 99% of anything that has been said. So
what's your position on support system? I mean, the most simple way. I just introduced it and I just asked questions. So to have that double self check for people here to become aware of whether they've got the right people around or not, whether they're aligned with their people or not, and I just laid that kind of foundation to our conversation. So, what's your stance on a healthy support circle?
well, the first thing you need to do is it starts with you. It starts with how you are being and what it is that you are calling in terms of who you are calling in. So I would say about a year ago or within the last year, I have come to really understand the importance of asking for this. And once this was actually painted to me, this picture of this is a practice, Jamie, that you need to be doing all the time. When you are manifesting the projects, the people, all this, you need to be crystal clear as to who this is. And it needs to be a consistent, repetitive thing that you are not only just manifesting and asking for this, but you are also doing the inner healing and the inner loving in order to meet yourself and your manifestation. So I started to ask to release lovingly every single person from my life who did not share my frequency or a higher frequency that I wished to embody. And I cannot emphasize enough how fast that worked. It's when you make a true statement that you truly embody and you are ready to show up there. it manifests like that, especially if you have the convenience of being a manifesting generator, which both Art and I do. And the majority of the population are manifesting generators or generators. So if you are looking for human design, look into that. But ultimately, these things are what allowed for me to start to attract more and more people into my life who really resonated with me. And I started to, through this process, also have resistance with a lot of people who were already in my life. And I started to watch some of them just naturally flow away, and others I had to take a little bit more of an initiation to say, hey, I love you. Do we really sync up anymore? Are we really on the same page? And maybe we can meet again. I've had friends, people in my circle who I've lost touch with, who I've reconnected with over and over again. The support circle is the closest people who share in your frequency, who you choose and honor are in your frequency, and you feel surrounded in an infinite containment that is boundless and yet healthy within the consent and boundaries, that feels like a cosmic hug that is also practical and tangible. And so when
Can I
you
give an image to this?
yes.
Oh no, no, please. If you got something else to add it, and then I'll just share this image.
I was just going to say that in how to be your own coach, you have to be your own coach in order to build a healthy support circle. And when you build a healthy support circle, it helps you to continue to be your own coach, because you are then surrounded by people who are truly going to support you in what it is that you want and believe is best for your highest self and for the highest self's all. And I turn it over to you. Visualization away.
Look, um, okay. First of all, as Jamie nicely brought in the matter that this is how to be your own coach live series for how to be your own coach event. In being your own coach, um, you really come down to the masterful art of asking yourself the right questions consistently, asking yourself the question, am I in alignment, like with that person? Am I in alignment with that situation? Is that resonating? Is that resonating? Let me ask you again, is that resonating continuously with everything? If it is, you keep going. It is in your circle. If it is not, you let it go and you move forward, you move onward. Now, um this was to pick back into the how to be your own coach and what it comes down to. One of the things that it comes down to, um very important thing, asking yourself powerful questions, self-inquiry. The image that I wanted to give is about the actual idea of a circle, everything that is within the circle, and the fact that the center of the circle is you. You are the center of your circle. And it's not about being eccentric. It's not about that. And yet, you are, whether you like it or not, the center of your own reality. Maybe you want to be altruistic and you want to be all for others and truly compassionate and totally selfless. And yet, one of the human needs, controversial human needs, I believe, because they are completely controversial, is to be selfless, and the other one is to be selfish. Like to serve yourself and to serve others. These are both fundamental human needs. I don't want to digress here. You are the center of the circle, right? Now, the image that I wanted to give, I like to bring science, and as Jamie was talking about frequency, some of you may know, and I will butcher the I will butcher it probably while I say it, but I hope that I come across clear. A circle that is drawn and represented in a graph becomes a in a different kind of graph. And here is where I butcher it. Correct me and say that properly in the comments if you know about this and want. A circle becomes a wave representation, the representation of waves. The waves and the circle are the same thing represented in two different modalities, geometric whatsoever modalities. Okay, um, all mathematicians, I call in for your help. um, so you see how in this wave thing that happens, your life going up and down, up and down, up and down, the center is what determines how far up and how far down it goes. But it all revolves around that. And you see it better when it's represented as a circle. So you see now how what you put into the circle and into your, let's call it, range, and it can even be called, now I'm going farther and I don't want to stress this concept too much because it becomes complicated otherwise, but range of tolerance, what you can tolerate in life, it depends on you. It depends on you asking yourself the right questions. It depends on you saying no to what brings it too much high, saying no to what brings it too much down, um, releasing the people that are not serving you and that are not in a evil way but destructive to your plans and projects and manifestation, and calling in the right ones. And by right ones, not having right or wrong in the universal game of life, the right ones are relatively to you the ones that are aligned to what you choose to consciously, deliberately embody as your next level, to simplify that. How will you experience this and how to be your own coach? The event in New York and throughout the follow up that we have with you and throughout the preparation that we go through with you if you're one of the first six that actually join us in person, you experience this through having just a practical, very straightforward exercise or a combination of exercises where you first of all center yourself. And from that frequency, you pick. Okay, now go through your list of people. Do they all resonate? You say yes or no. And if it's no, like who's not feeling right for you to stay in touch with in the next 6 months? And who does? You pick, you separate, you put a cross, you put a star next to it, next to the name, and then you go about intentional connection with the people that have the star and are like aligned and in your desired support, healthy circle and system. And with the others, we're not talking about excluding anyone. We're talking about deliberately and intentionally and lovingly letting them know what you're up to, what you're on to, and saying it. Hey, dear friend, I'm on to this right now. I can't go beer ponging every night like I used to, like we used to. Sorry, I hope that you'll understand, and I'm always available for a coffee. And they may say, fuck you, brother. I want a beer pong every damn night of my life. I don't want your shit coffee. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye. You know what? And I got nothing against beer pong or like this was just a raw example. But focus shifts. So, bringing it back, your healthy support circle. Who is the center of the circle? You are the center of the circle. Who determines who is in the circle? You determine who is in the circle. What about frequencies? The more you work on your frequencies, The more the circle is able to expand in terms of reach, the more you're able to hold, and that attracts and magnetizes whomever is in alignment, truly in alignment, staying true to yourself, to your integrity. Now, Jamie actually gave a little bit like of 2 cents for what concerns what they are gonna for sure experience with me during the event and retreat, mini retreat, let's call it how it is, our mini retreat. I gave that little hint. Um, what you've got, like, how would you say that? How to be your own coach from the spiritual wellness, plant-powered wellness program? Like, where do you see this healthy support circle shaping up in what you do?
Oh, big question.
Give it up to us. Give it up to us. A simple one.
I would say I'm going to be channeling a lot of information. For my portion of the mini retreat, yes, we will go over the 10 beliefs of how to be your own coach from the plant-powered spiritual wellness perspective, of how plant spiritual wellness comes together and helps you to be your own coach, how you can actually utilize intentionally healing with the plant spirit in order for you with spiritual wellness to have a consistent routine. It's a way to help you be accountable. It's a way to help you heal. It's a way for you to expand. It's a way for you to develop. There's so much that we are going to get into. We've sort of given you tidbits as we've gone through the first couple of lives here, and we will continue to every day until the big day, December 3rd. And know that what's going to come through the day of is not going to be something that I have said before. It's not going to be something that I've necessarily channeled before. I have no idea what's truly going to happen, except that we are going to do a guided channel meditation that is going to bring us into the exact space that we need to. We're going to bring in the guides that we need to. We're going to create a field of consciousness, of energy together. And we are going to do a guided channel transmission, which is going to be beaming down information. I really have no idea what's going to happen. What I can tell you is that if you come in person, especially in New York, you are going to leave here. You are going to leave with the keys to building a healthy support system and a healthy support system. A healthy support circle if you choose.
Yes, that's true.
We're going to be there. If you're a hugger, we are huge huggers.
Massive huggers.
Massive
And
huggers.
we haven't hugged each other. And we haven't hugged each other yet in person. Imagine that.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I've already literally thought about how I'm going to actually like tackle upon hugging him. Because something that you need to get is, and I'm very conscious about saying you need to. Don't consciously use that phrasing very much. What you need to get is that we are literally going to show up for you. We are literally going to be there to hold your hand, proverbial, virtual, or otherwise. We are going to be there to guide you into that next level embodiment. Every single time you watch these lives, you're elevating with us.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that we have not done this program. We're doing it now. We're living the program now through to the day of. And the day of, when you are experiencing your transformation, we are experiencing transformation. No one escapes. And it's a choice. So there is no escaping, because this is not passive. And this is not something you're being forced to do. This is you deciding, I want to come and meet people who may fit my healthy support circle. I want to come and surround myself with other people who are embodying next level, who are turning into, who are embodying, who are being and becoming their own coaches in their own lives through plant powered spiritual wellness and next level embodiment. This is as real as it gets. This is as clear as it gets. We love you. You are going to walk into that space and feel so much love and hype, it might just actually physically blast you out the door.
Yeah.
It's just going to be that big.
Don't worry, there'll be pillows ready for this plastic.
We build a pillow fort.
We're preparing everything. Yeah, we're preparing everything. Or an actual elastic, how do you call it? Elastic carpet, the one that you bounce on. Like it's right behind the door, and you open your blasted, and boing, then you bounce back in. It's all good. We're taking care of you. So deeply. I can't wait. I am in. I'm there. You know. Okay. What Jamie said. That you're actually getting into a healthy support circle as you're getting into the event. I tell you a story. The story or the whatever, I'll call it a story. I don't even know if it is a story. I used to run co-created programs with other coaches, with other individuals, with other human souls. And what we were basically doing, and every single time that I would create that, we were creating the program. It was maybe 3, 6, 7, 12 months, whatever program. And then an individual program, 2-on-1, like Jamie and I coaching you 1 week, 1 week, 1 week, 1 week, like alternatively. And then the ones who graduate through that, they come together into the next phase, which is a mastermind, a group phase, because they graduated. They were, let me see if I can recall the name. They were the highly effective conscious humans, for example, for one program. The highly effective conscious humans who went through a certain, like, rigorous expansion of themselves to become both extremely conscious of themselves and compassionate and loving and yogic and extremely effective, super on point, punctual, and like CEO, top CEO effective, you know. As they got these two pieces together, graduation, let's move into a group of people who did the same. You ask, you are actually entering into a demand situation, a conscious demand situation when you have a deliberate support system. I have a brother from another mother. He's Jamaican, raised Italian, and he kills it. And sometimes we lose like stuff ourselves. Like, oh my god, it's too much. Yo, man, okay, I need you now. You, I need to come out of this. And we call. We spend 50 minutes on the phone, one holding space for the other, and boom. Okay, now I can go. Thank you, dear brother. Unconditionally loving each other. And look at that. As this happens, as this demand, like it's demanding. It's a demanding relationship, and it's an unconditionally loving relationship. It's not a demand that feels heavy on the other side because it's deliberately given and unconditionally lovingly given to the other. It's a relationship that is built with this strong intention of supporting each other. It's a compassionate collaboration, the way I like to call it, because it's compassionate. I start like the collaboration by asking myself, how can I make sure that, I mean, let's say it's a business collaboration, that Jamie's business grows so much that I'm not asking him to do some magic for me anyways, but I am making sure that he's like, we're hand in hand, and I'm making sure that his business grows so much that being hand in hand, it will pull me up. That's a support system. And of course, it's reciprocal. So he'll be doing the kind of same, and look at how virtuous this cycle gets.
I
Look
want
at
to
how
cut.
virtuous.
Sorry, brother. Didn't mean to cut you off at the end. Sorry. I thought you were done.
Just repeat. I was just repeating what I was saying. So I was.
Yeah, no. Yes, to everything that you just said. And when it comes to having this reciprocation and the close circle, your support circle, it's remembering also that we all have different needs, right? Like as a human being, we all have our basic needs and things that all humans are, majority would probably argue all humans need those things. And then of course, we all need to eat, sleep, etc. I think we can leave that at the table. So the point is that ultimately it's a communication around what you need, what you want, and what you can provide. And that may change from time to moment to moment. One moment, things may be feeling thrive mode for you. And you may be like, oh, yes, I have so much to give right now because my cup is so full. It doesn't exhaust me, deplete me at all to provide. There are also times where your energy may be perceived and experienced as limited, and you may decide, okay, I'm going to be very mindful of how and where I place my energy, with whom I place my energy. So perhaps it may just be about, I have enough energy to provide of support to my support circle, which can be possible because your support circle, a healthy one, is feeding back into you. And so even though it is not necessarily true that everyone is on the same page of what they can provide or has the same things they can provide in their moment, there's a solid chance that you're going to be able to have that support. And then there are moments that can feel chaotic, where your support system, your circle, it feels like everyone is going through a lot. And that is something that resonates tremendously in my world right now. And this is something that I'm hearing a lot from the spiritual perspective. And so I'm wondering, all of you watching, and of course, Artin, how are you experiencing this right now? This is a time in human development, in human consciousness. It's a quote unquote time of the year, right? We are ending a year. We are about to start soon another year. This is for the thousands of years, potentially, this has been really focused on from a societal perspective, perhaps more, depending on what perspective you choose. So, are you seeing that your healthy support circle is going through a lot simultaneously right now? Does that necessarily mean that you're not able to support one another? Maybe you can sometimes. Maybe you can in some ways. Maybe you actually have exactly what you each need to give from each other. And you can hold space and be there. Sometimes it's not about taking a major action. Sometimes you can hold the space. Sometimes I can say, Artin, I have the energy to hold the space right now. That's what I've got. And he may say, brother, I hear you. That is exactly what I need right now. Brother, that is enough right now. Brother, I honor you, but I need more. Brother, I will have this and appreciate this, and then I need more. Can we get me more? All of that's love. All of that's a healthy support circle. A healthy support circle is not indicated because everyone's life feels like it's in transformation, and that's deeply uncomfortable, and things are potentially feeling chaotic. It's about feeling like everyone who's in the circle feels they have what they need, what they want, to the best of what is possible in the unconditional love of the consensual, agreed upon, chosen container of this love by the beings in it. I pass this off to Art and to all of you.
All right. All right, humans. Take a deep breath. Pause for a moment. Let it sit. A lot of information coming in. A lot of downloads and a lot of insights. I'm pretty sure. A lot of reflection. This is all about it. There's something that I want to give you, but before doing that, I want to deeply slow down, realize what's been said until now, realize your own realizations, like meta realizing if you want, observing, being an observer, and being a meta observer, an observer that observes the observer. So realize the insights you've got. And as these all come to clarity, taking deep breaths in and out, whatever you're doing, maybe you are kind of in the background listening to what we're saying while you're multitasking stuff. Maybe you're driving. Maybe you are, which I would invite you not to close your eyes eventually to my invitations. Um, maybe you are just actually actively and solely listening as you're doing what you're doing, as you're having the insights you're having, as you're thinking of the people you're thinking of because of all the questions about support system that we asked you of. State to yourself that you're open to listen. There's three operative system that we normally bring into our support systems. We normally bring in either victimhood, workaholism, or I don't even know if that's a word, but winnership. Let's call it championship. So whenever you get into a support system in a state of victimhood, you're actually coming in with a subconscious intention, because normally we don't get into victimhood in a very conscious and intentional way. We just happen to be into victimhood as like, life is happening to me, I'm so poor. And we get into this system with a frequency of demanding and absorbing the other's energy. So pay close attention to this. Now, I'm not judging you, nor myself, nor anyone for dropping into victimhoods every now and then. Life happens and we cannot see what we cannot see. And as it happens, it's like we just need to go through it, right? And this is where I ask you, step back up into the observing. See that what's happening is happening. See that it's happening, well, whatever, to you. And come into the conversation with your people, with your circle, with your support system in a healthy way, indeed. Look, brother, I am so like, I'm under the water and the rain and the storms. And I know I know there's something that can come out of this. So you come in not from victimhood, but at least from let's do something about it. Okay? And that's already working, doing, doership. That's already not vomiting all the weight on the other, but actually being into this exchange. Because what you're bringing into this space, it's powerful for the person you're bringing it into the space with. It's powerful for them too. It is their divine and soul moment to experience that through you. So, no guilt in bringing up your problems and challenges to someone who deliberately chose to be close and empowering each other with you. With that, the other brother, Nakai, that I mentioned earlier, we call it sharpening blades. We're sharpening each other. So, sometimes we actually come sharp at each other in order to sharpen up our blades, right? So, and this is like it gets into the doership, the winnership, the championship. It is about getting in and knowing that by the mere fact and simple matter of you being into that connection, look at my face, my big face, as they say this, you already know it's done. You already know it's solved. You already know you've got this. Why do you know it? Well, because you're stepping into through observation, through coaching your own self, you're through coaching yourself that you're not the victim of life, but that it's bringing something up for and even better through you, and that you're with someone who's willing to hold space for that, no matter how hard that is, no matter how beyond their current life experience it is. Like, look, brother, I need to make 1 million, and you're talking to someone that never made 1 million, but they're not stepping away from that. They're holding it together with you. So look at how good it is for them too. You're not blarbing $1 million weight on them. You're actually elevating them through that. Because start thinking of how to sort out that kind of issue, problem, challenge, how to face it, how to create, how to be resourceful. So ultimately, dropping in here, a lot of information came before. A lot of information came up now. Victimhood, doership, championship. You want to win the championship. The winner focuses on this winning that is happening already. And it comes into the space, focusing on that. And when the other is in victimhood, you hold space and you remind of the fact that you're together and you can win. Jamie, I would love to hear from you how this landed, about these last 3 pieces, this paradigm shift that I just mentioned, and that we will work through with how to be your own coach, event, program, support system, the support system we're creating, the circle we're creating. What landed for you, and what landed for you guys listening? This is real stuff. Use it, interact. That's the transformation. Goes from passive to active to proactive. The most proactive thing you can do, by the way, is joining the event, the Miner Retreat in New York or globally on Zoom. Just a reminder, sign up. Jamie, what landed?
Synchronicity. I think not only personally what's been in conversation, in the last 24 hours, even for me. But also, today is a day that has a lot of anchoring and gratitude around traumatic events from our past. And when I think about victimhood, victim consciousness, I think about gratitude, because both how to be your own coach and how to bring yourself out of victim consciousness is a huge part of gratitude. You having gratitude, it transports you into another being, into another frequency, into another
Oh, yeah.
state. This is spiritual. This is scientific. Feel free to Google it.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. The
This is-
frequencies we spoke yesterday about, yesterday or the day before, I don't even remember, right? Like the actual frequency of the emotions and states.
So, this is something to look into as you are with or not with who you wish to be with today. While you're reflecting, while you're learning truths, while you're sharing, making new memories, taking actions out of love and gratitude, this is an opportunity for you to lean in, for you to take from the moment right now and make a new commitment to building a healthy support system, a healthy support circle. If you don't feel like you have that right now, then on December 3rd, we are going to guide you through a 7-hour experience that is going to help get you there. And you're going to leave being surrounded by an incredible unconditional love, a healthy support circle that is there to guide you and to hold you through your entire transformation of every emotion, of every moment, of every experience that ever was and ever will be. On Saturday, December 3rd, we will be in New York City in person. We will be globally through Zoom. We're going to be together, and it's going to feel like we're together wherever you are, whether you can be there or not, because we are going to embody it so deeply, so vivaciously, so purely. We're going to invite you to join us in that frequency. And even if you don't believe that you are on that frequency, even if you don't believe that you can join that frequency, we're going to hold that frequency for you until you do. By the end of those 7 hours, you're going to be a different being, a different way of being. And that being is still going to be you. In fact, that being came through the door, the virtual door or the physical door.
Yeah, eventually blasted out and then bounced in.
Yep. We're activating your remembrance. We are a step on your train journey. Choo choo. Full steam ahead.
Come ready. Learning how to be your own best resource to hold anything happening in your life and love yourself unconditionally. Really getting the best condensed possible of conscious high performance life creation and plant powered lifestyle. It's gonna just be so powerful. And look, I want to call in for inclusiveness. But whether you are employee, boss, neurodivergent or not, differently capacitated, fully in your power, managing others or being managed, every every stage of life is welcome. This event expands your capacity to hold all the busyness and mess that life represents nowadays. Accepted and not accepted. And you are welcomed and accepted in our circle. Circle. There was a P too much there. Into our circle. Who knows if the word circle actually exists? Sign up. Sign up. I believe there's a link here around somewhere. Otherwise, www.trannabis.com, how to be your own coach with all the dashes in between. You'll have the link anyways, I'm pretty sure. Just go about it. We have a referral program. We really believe in exchanging and bringing, and we want to make sure that you bring your own best people, your own support system into the game with you. Together is always better. Talk to us if you want to understand how this works even better. But we are ready for you. Are you ready to drop all excuses? Well, my coach will call them the BS excuses, for you to choose what BS stands for. Are you ready to drop those BS excuses? Uncover all the unconscious and subconscious BS excuses and love yourself once and for all unconditionally. Perform the highest possible and live a plant power, nice, wonderful, next level, embodied life. If you're ready, sign up. Jamie, take it home from Ayrton. Stay unlimited. I love you.
Want to say thank you. Deep, 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 deep thank you to every single energetic sharing in the consciousness, all that came before, all here now. Grateful for my healthy support circle that is continuously growing, healing, shifting. My brother Artin. You know what you all don't see from behind the screen is truly how much time, effort, commitment, love that occurs between the two of us, and how much we are showing up for each other regardless. We've each had a moment. I've had some more than some more perhaps than Brother Artin this time around. It's not a competition, because in a healthy support circle, we don't count, we don't keep score. That's not what this is. There's already a game of life. There's no game in a healthy support circle. There's loyalty, there's trust, there's transparency, there's love, there's play, there's joy. There's many, many, many things. Be grateful today. If you are with those who you love, hold them close. Take the time to research the land you're on, the truth around Gratitude Day, the truth around, as you reflect within yourself, the key to building a healthy support circle. Who's in your circle? How are you showing up in your circle? What can be different? What needs to shift in your circle? What needs to shift in you? How to be your own coach. We're going to be ready. And each and every day, as we come together, we are preparing together. So we will see you tomorrow, hopefully here again, wherever you are, joining us from 5:30 a.m. Pacific time, 7:30 a.m. Central time, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, 2:30 p.m. CET time. It's going to be glorious. And tomorrow's topic is going to be very special. And I'm looking forward to embodying with all of you then. Sending love to all of you, your loved ones, and to my brother Artin, as always. Namaste, everyone.
Once again, stay unlimited. You deserve